own classroom, don't you?
Yeah. Well, you know, with teachers, sometimes you hold up your hand like this. Does that work?
Or this?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yes, I've seen that in class.
Okay, but these kids don't buy it. Okay.
Can everybody hear me okay? We're going to try to do this without a microphone. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. Yes, you can, or no, in the back. Can you guys hear us okay? Okay, good.
No.
50-50.
50-50. Let's.
I'll be the mic assistant for you.
That's okay.
All right. Okay.
Welcome to the Joliet Historical Museum on our 6th annual Star Wars Day. We're so happy to have you guys here. Very quick housekeeping things. First of all, you can sit in front here, but please stay as far back as you can. There's some serious science that's going to be happening here, and you don't want to end up like that guy, believe me. So, and thank you to Boba we appreciate you letting us use that. Thank you. Our favorite bounty hunter. How many museum members do we have in the house today? Anybody a museum member? Thank you. All right. Well, you guys are in luck because we have an awesome special on museum membership today. We're doing a special raffle upstairs. If you like this kind of event, buying a museum membership is sort of like buying stock in our organization. It helps us put on events like these, and in today's case, keep it free. So please consider a museum membership. Again, we're doing a special today only raffle. If you're an existing member, you can extend your membership for another year and get that as well. So with that, again, we want to thank you. Just remind you guys to please stay back as far as you can from the tarp here. There's some stuff that's going to be happening here, which they will explain. So with that, I will turn it over to from our wonderful Chicago place of Chicago Scientific Resource Fermi Lab, Mr. Freeze. Welcome.
Thank you. And I'd like to introduce Mr. Foster, our congressman from this area. I'm going to be doing throughout the show, but okay, you can hold that for a little bit. But Mr. Foster is going to be helping out as I go through demonstration because he used to work at Fermi Lab, so he is familiar with science and what we're doing here. But before I begin, a couple of quick announcements. First off, I'm not Mr. Freeze, okay? In fact, let me go ahead and do this. I'm actually Jerry Zillen. I'm an employee of Fermi Lab. That's a national lab run by the Department of Energy. We do a particular type of science there called high energy physics, particle physics. But the science that I'm going to be demonstrating, which kind of connects up with the Star Wars Day here and all, is the science of cryogenics. Now, the science of cryogenics is not the science of crying. So we know crying in this demonstration, but it is the science of the extreme cold, which is why Mr. Han Solo there had gotten frozen. But before I start horsing around, oh, by the way, real quick, when I was driving over here, I was thinking, why was I actually asked to come do this demonstration? And as it works out, there is a much more real connection than you might realize. The project that I work on at Fermi Lab, besides doing these science demonstrations for Fermi Lab, the project I'm working on is called the dark side. I am working for the dark side. By the way, this is why we don't let physicists name anything, but okay. But so the project is actually using liquid argon, but today what I'm going to be using for my cryogenics is liquid nitrogen, or basically liquid air. And to give you an idea what it looks like, this is liquid nitrogen. That's it. It's just a clear liquid. In fact, if you didn't know about it, you could actually very easily mistake that stuff for water. Now, there's a few things that you notice right off the bat, okay? First of all, what's this stuff coming off here? Steam's hot. Fog, very good. It's the water vapor condensed out of the air. Just like you see the breath in winter, same effect, only this is caused by the fact that the liquid in the bag is so cold that it's condensing water vapor out of the air. Secondly, what's happening to the liquid? It's bubbling. It's bubbling because it's boiling. It's boiling because everything's so hot that everything makes it boil. My glove is so hot that it's liquid that my glove makes that liquid boil. Just like an electric iron makes water boil, my glove makes that liquid boil. Well, here's where you help me out. If you want to know something, what do you have to do but ask a question? And the question is, how cold is it? So, as I go through the show, by the way, I'll go like this. What I want you to do is ask me that question, how cold is it? So let's give that a try. How cold is it? It's so cold it makes a snowman shiver. No? It's so cold it turns Smurfs blue. how cold it gives frostbite to a polar bear. Okay. Well, what you actually need to know the temperature of something is a thermometer, and I have a thermometer here, about 70 degrees here, very nice. But I can actually pour my liquid on that thermometer, so I actually measure what temperature the liquid is. So I'm pouring my liquid on that thermometer just like that, there. So it's about 40 degrees? Negative 40's down here. Okay, what happened? I didn't break my thermometer. The thermometer's working just fine. What it's actually measuring is minus 320 degrees. That's how cold this liquid is in these containers. And because it is so cold, it has a very powerful effect on lots of things. Now, one of the first things that we noticed was that the liquid was boiling. Now, when you boil water, you get steam. This isn't water, this is nitrogen. So what am I going to get when I boil nitrogen? Nitrogen gas, or basically air. So I put a little bit in the bag, then seal the bag up. What's going to happen here? What do you think? Is it going to inflate the bag, just like a balloon? Oh.
You blew it.
The problem is these cheap government bags. Actually, it's not really a cheap government bag. The problem is I had too much gas for that bag. So what I need is a bigger bag. Okay? Now, actually, I could use a little help with some math here. Okay, so real quick, actually, I'll give everybody a little math quiz. Okay, it's a real simple problem. Should be able to figure this one out real easily. Okay, and you probably figure this one out too. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I need to know how many seconds there are. Okay, seconds in a year. Seconds in a year. It's really easy. No. It's 12. 12 seconds in a year. Yeah, January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd. Oh, you thought I meant those other seconds. Oh, no. So we have a bigger bag here. And we can... Now, one of the things we could be investigating is what we call the expansion ratio. Basically, how much gas am I going to get from a given amount of liquid? If I start with, say, 1 cup of liquid, how many cups of gas do you get?
500.
Okay, well, we'll see. Got a bigger bag here. Put a cup of liquid nitrogen in there. You gotta tie it off here? Can you tie that off there, Ruth? So what do you think? Is that bag going to be big enough to hold 1 cup of liquid, convert it into gas? What do you think?
No, just the table warming up.
The table warming up there.
Uh-oh. Now it's really boiling because the table's hot.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, what do you think? Is that bag going to be big enough to hold 1 cup of liquid, convert it to gas, going once, better hurry, going twice, yes, no? I don't know. What do you think? No. Okay. So tell me, what do you do when you have a little scientific setback? Do you give up? Do you quit? No! You
get a bigger bag.
So, we'll repeat the experiment again. Start with 1 cup of liquid into the bag. There we go.
All right, you got to tie it.
You tie it?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
My little...
So now we have a bigger bag. Now, the good thing about this bag is that I know this bag's, in fact, a 45-gallon trash bag. So this bag here holds 45 gallons. But wait a second. I don't need to know how many gallons of gas I get. I need to know how many cups of gas I get. So I guess I need to know how many cups are in 45 gallons. Well, I guess first I need to know how many cups are in 1 gallon. So how many cups are in a gallon? 4 quarts. 16 cups in a gallon. 45 gallons in the bag. So is this bag going to be big enough to hold 1 cup of liquid, converted to gas? 16 times 45, going once. 16 times 45, going twice. Better hurry. I don't know. Where's this bag?
720.
Going through.
And the answer is yes. In fact, this day,
right.
it's just big enough, though. 1 cup of liquid we're gas. For actual numbers, for every 1 cup of liquid nitrogen, I actually get 700 cups of gas. By the way, 16 times 45 is 720, so this bag is, what isn't that, Flo? See, it's
What?
not.
It's heavier. It's not helium.
It's not
It's
helium,
nitrogen.
It's the air. So this, here we go, well, is not, oh, wait, okay. It's not like a helium balloon, it's like a beach ball. Well, that's fine, but the truth is that's not very convenient.
Yeah, I think we can put that into the audience, don't you?
I
I don't know. This is heavy. It's heavy. Is this going to crush you? This is heavier than air. Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right, you can go.
Now,
All right. You go pop it to the back of the audience. All right.
okay. So,
So I've just blown the whole.
okay.
Okay, back up front. Up here. All right, up here. Whoa, one more. Pass it up here.
Thank you.
All right, up here.
Okay. Now that's fine, but the truth is, that's not very convenient. It'd be much better if I, had a container I could actually hold it in, of course.
Uh-oh.
Now, because I am kind of the clumsy sort here, I always make sure I put a cork on that so I don't spill on here. So what's going to happen? Is there a problem? What's going to happen? What do you mean the cork's going to fly off? It's just a cork. Oh! I am so sorry about that. Actually, okay. This is a really neat way to demonstrate another principle of science, and that's if I kind of turn things around a little bit and do it this way. You are ready. Oh, sorry about that. So what principle of science are they trying to demonstrate there? Rocket propulsion. The reason why the bottle flies away, because it is just like a rocket and the cork comes out. But the truth is, that's still really not what we would do. What we would really do is this. In fact, I know somebody at Fermi Lab, when they did this and the bottle blew up, it broke his nose. Good seats right up front there, yeah. But wait a second.
Cover your nose.
Why would somebody, knowing the bottle's going to blow up, be standing here holding it? See,
Because
one of
they're
these
physicists.
works in science is understanding what you're with and how to handle things safely. So how do you prevent the bottle from blowing up? You poke a hole in the Oh, by the way, Bazinga, the only thing I learned from this show. At the end of the demonstration, I'll actually be detonating one of these bottles so you can see how powerful it really is. It is quite dramatic. So we've investigated the gas expanding. Now we're going to investigate what happens when you introduce the gas into it. What do you think's going to happen to this? Hold up. You put it in here, see what happens, okay? Oh, this is quite interesting, yeah. It's going to change color. No? Oh, I'm sorry, no, it's, no, that's not it. Okay, wait a minute. No. Is that, no. Stay back. Stay back.
All right, or you'll be turned into this.
Let's see, wait a minute. No, okay. Is there, wait a minute. Let's see here. No, okay. Oh, there it is, The air air inside those balloons collapses that 700 times, trickling down in the container. That's the reason why all these balloons are able to sit in front here, because the air inside collapses. Oh, by the way, any idea why I would have this particular balloon in there? Because I like... No. Lightsabers. It's very light.
Right.
It's very, very Oh, by the way, any idea what that is? No. It's a chili dog. Okay. The reason. Okay. At the end. Okay. So the air inside those balloon clap, actually you can see it a little more rigid than regular bottle. Same effect, kind of. Full bottle. The air inside collapses, crushing that bottle down just like the balloons. You'll notice, by the way, when I'm working up here, it does kind of look like I'm reaching in, and I can actually see where the liquid level is inside these containers. I have different things for different jobs. I have these blue gloves. These are special cryo handling gloves designed to handle liquid, cold things. I have the tongs, which are very good for like taking balloons in and out. But you'd think the hazard of working in cryogenics is that you wouldn't want to get on your skin. So you'd wear some type of protective gear to protect your skin from contact. Now this black glove is perfect. This is a special glove. It's actually been guaranteed tested liquid tight. So no liquid can get through this glove onto my hand. So this glove's perfect for me to, like, reach in and grab some. Is this a bad idea? I don't know. See, you think my fingers are plus? See what will happen to Han Solo when you do that to him, huh? No, I didn't actually lose any fingers in this demonstration. But this glove isn't very good at working at cryogenics because this glove itself changes into something that's in fact very much like glass. By the way, any idea why I'm wearing this white glove? Because of the cold temperatures? No, because if I did that with glass, what would happen to my hand? I'd cut my hand. Do you know how hard it is to explain to people how you cut your hand on a rubber glove? Show me a piece of cut. Well, here's me how that cut. It was really sharp before when I was learning with it. But what would really happen if I put my hand in there? If I put my hand in there for a few seconds, I'd get in my hand what's called a cryo burn. Very similar to a fire burn, same body physiology going on. A few minutes later, all the skin would peel off my hand. Because it burned the skin off the hand, save a second of fire. Eventually, my hand in there for about 5 minutes, so it would freeze solid. Now, as compared to what you've seen in TV shows, movies, you do not shatter like glass. That's not the way the body is. But having said that, what would I be thinking of doing with a marshmallow? Now, you would think anything that's as cold as liquid nitrogen is not something that you'd want to be touching, right? But now marshmallows are a little different here. Marshmallows are peculiar in that what marshmallows are in fact what we call good insulators. They actually don't transfer temperature well. So this marshmallow, even though it's liquid nitrogen, and by the way, this is not how they make Lucky Charms. This is not how they make Lucky Charms. But this marshmallow is as cold as liquid nitrogen, and even though it's that cold, oh, out your nose! Out your nose, Bill! Oh. But wait a second. How was it?
Mellow.
Mellow, there you go. I thought it was cold. Well, there you go.
Marshy, mellow, delicious.
Yep. As I said, the reason why you can eat marshmallows is because even though it's liquid, cold as liquid nitrogen, you can take it because it's an insulator. It will not transfer the cold temperature, giving you a burn that'd be very dangerous.
Yeah, so what's inside a marshmallow? What do you think? Air.
Yeah.
It's mostly air.
Mostly
a
air.
little bit of sugar, mostly air. That's why it doesn't weigh very much.
Okay. Do one more quick little demonstration here before we get to the more dangerous stuff. I have here a racquetball, a tennis ball. You can actually hear something quite unique in this setting if you listen very carefully. Racquetball. Not that much. Tennis ball. That popping sound you heard was actually thunder. Thunder? How could that be thunder? What thunder is a sonic boom caused by air expanding faster at the speed of sound. In case of a lightning bolt, it's the heat of the lightning bolt. In this case, it's the cloth covering the tennis ball causing that expansion. You can actually hear the same thing over here on the carpeting. That sound is in fact,
All right.
thunder caused by the nitrogen banding.
Let me get you.
Okay. Now,
Wow. All right, stay back.
I do this as kind of a background demonstration for a real experiment we're going to do, but it's kind of interesting by itself. If you're ever wondering why certain sports don't catch on really big in certain parts of the world, this is a good example. Racquetball in Alaska, not a good idea. I do not recommend it. An extremely dangerous sport up there. The Alaska Open, not one of those big tour events on the old tennis circuit out there anytime soon. Hey, but that tennis ball, actually in Alaska, they do not call it tennis. Do you know what they call it? Dodgeball. Hit by that ball, you're out, you're going to knock or something like that. Now, I do that as kind of a background demonstration for a real experiment I'm going to do. And whenever you're doing a science experiment, what you're actually trying to do is answer questions. So now the question is, what do you think is going to happen to that ball? Now, before you do your experiment, you come up with your hypothesis. We have a balloon. What did that balloon do? Collapsed and came back. What happened to the racquetball tennis ball? Got hard. So what do you think is going to happen to that? Is it going to collapse like the balloon or get hard like the racquetball tennis ball? How many say it's going to collapse like the balloon? How many say it's going to get hard like the racquetball tennis ball? How many are not voting in this election? That's the problem. There it is. None of these people are voting in this election. Okay. Now we'll do our experiment. Now the reason why the balloon collapsed was the air inside the balloon collapsed, right? Mm-hmm. Does this ball have air inside of it? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't collapse. It got hard like a racquetball tennis ball. Okay. But what happened to the air inside that ball? Does it still collapse?
Yeah.
It had to. It had to collapse. So now I have a hard, brittle exterior with a collapsed gas or vacuum inside. What does that make this like? I'm not voting. I'm pointing to a light bulb. So tell me, what happens to light bulbs when you hit them? Whoops. They explode all over the place.
They implode.
They implode all over the place. Okay. So, okay. I think you're ready for this. Okay, maybe you're not ready for this, but okay. Actually, quiet. If you guys could just wait 1 second. I'm a little thirsty, so if you don't mind, I'm going to have a drink of my pop. You know what's wrong? My pop's warm. I don't like warm pop. Oh, here we go. See what I can do? See, I can take some of my liquid nitrogen stuff and put it in my thermos there. Actually, wait a second. I'll do this. Let me move down here so you can see this a little better. We'll take my thermos. I'll move right down here. And I'm going to take my pop. And I'm going to put the cap on so I don't spill any, right? In just a couple of seconds, I'll have a nice cold pop to have to drink. Just a back, stay back. Kids, please stay back. Because it's dangerous. You need to stay back.
Okay.
The good news, it's cold. But not it's flat. I don't like flat pop either. By the way, if you're wondering what happened, at the point the pop reaches its freezing point, all the carbonation comes out of the liquid, causing it to squirt out. Hey, wait a second. Is that the reason why they call them fountain drinks? I mean, I've never seen it. Oh, never mind. Okay. So, yeah, that was not very okay. Oh boy. Okay. So, let me explain what's going to happen here, what happened to that poor guy from the lab I know. Basically what he did is he took one of these little plastic bottles, he put some nitrogen, put the cap on it, threw it in the trash can, stepped back and waited for it to go off. And he waited, and he waited, and he said, I must have done something wrong. So I looked inside the trash can, see what's going on. That's when the bottle went off, hit him in the face, broke his nose. What he did not realize is A, how long it takes when these go off, and B, how powerful it is. Without any help, this bottle takes 3 minutes to develop enough pressure to explode. When it goes off, it has over 250 psi pressure. That's what this bottle is designed to withstand. When I started to figure out how to do this demonstration for schools, by the way, Fermi Lab allows me a little some of my time to go to area schools and do this demonstration to promote science in the classroom. That's the reason I'm Mr. Freeze. The fly up here has some information about me and cryogenics and all that. But I can't wait 3 minutes to see if the bottle's going to go off. So I had to come up with a solution to this 3-minute problem. The solution is actually pretty straightforward. I add water. By adding a little water to this bottle first, this now makes the liquid nitrogen boil so much faster that now this bottle will take about 15 seconds. Now 15 seconds, enough time to put it in my cannon, step back, but then so long as to wonder if it's actually going to go off. Now a few things I need to advise you of. Oh, actually, now comes a really, two things. First of all, advise it. First of all, that 15 seconds only approximation. I cannot count down 5, 4, 3. I mean, these bottles aren't manufactured huge over there. Secondly, when it goes off, it is extremely loud. So if yours are sensitive to loud, put your hand. It's safely loud, but it is extremely loud. But now comes the really, really bad news. I cannot shoot the cannon off in here. I would blow a hole in their ceiling. I actually do a show in Wheaton every year. Every year I do the show, and every year I blow a hole in their ceiling. It's even more amazing. They actually invite me back every year, so it's even more amazing. So I tried to come up with a solution that's not being able to shoot a cannon off in every situation. The solution is pretty straightforward. Instead of using a cannon, I use a box. Now the advantage to the cardboard box, of course, is it doesn't shoot up, it explodes out. The other advantage to the cardboard box is, because it's made of absorbent material, I can actually use a little bit bigger bottle and basically end up with the same sound level explosion I would with a smaller bottle in the cannon. But in some situations, in certain groups of people, I'm not even limited to the little bit bigger bottle. I can actually use the lot bigger bottle. Now understand, the bigger the bottle, the louder the explosion. So I will leave it up to you. How many of you would like to hear the little bit bigger bottle? Yeah. How many of you would like to hear the lot bigger bottle? See? That's what you need. You need a bigger bottle. There you go.
All right.
The cardboard box will be here. And it's going to go that way. So, somewhat amazingly, almost everything remains the same. I still add water to this bottle to make the nitrogen boil faster. I still add the liquid nitrogen, and in about 15 seconds it goes off. The difference being, of course, instead of shooting a cannon off, it's going to blow that cardboard box to pieces. So now, I have just one question for you, and that is, are you ready? Do it again?
What a mess.
So, this is all that I can find of what's left of the bottle. The red rose, the rest of it haven't done it. It just disappeared. Okay. I have one quick little demonstration. And the reason I do this is because we at Fermi Lab are always trying to encourage more girls to get in science. So this demonstration is for you ladies. No, I'm not giving you all flowers. But you ladies should know the connection between flowers and cryogenics. And it's something about flowers we like. They smell nice. And if you want to smell as pretty as a flower, do you take a flower nice and rub it on your cheek? They give you rosy red cheeks, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, but wait a second. Oh, if you use the red rose, right? But wait a second. How do you get that pretty flowery smell? Perfume. But how do you get that pretty flowery smell in the perfume? You do it this way. By cryogenically freezing the flower, all the fragrances locked in the petals. Then you can take the flower out and okay. I guess. By the way, here, real quick. It's as cold as the heart of a guy that would do that to a flower. Oh, that's me. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Okay. I have one more demonstration to do, and the reason I do this particular demonstration, first of all, it's not loud, okay? Secondly, is that I have to get rid of this nitrogen. I cannot legally transport this liquid nitrogen in these home containers, so I have to do something to get rid of it. I came with this demonstration. If you want to put here, you want to help me out with this?
I do.
Okay. I have here. Here you go. You're the scientist, so you're going to get to describe what's going on here. I have here a bucket of water. Actually, could I have a volunteer from the audience? You want to help me out there? Come here. So what's your name? Madeline's going to help me out here. I have here a bucket of water and some soap solution, Matt. And if you can put a little bit of soap solution in the bucket of water, so you do that. Go ahead. And I'm going to take the liquid nitrogen I have left in these containers up here. So, there we go. Now, so what? Now, there you go. Okay. Now, for Madeline having done such a wonderful job there, I am going to reward her with one of these very nice. I was going to reward her for doing such a wonderful job with this very nice flower. But I think I said a little soap. Does that seem like a little soap to you? Does she still deserve a flower? I don't know. Oh, wait a second. The way to thaw my frozen heart. Thank you very much. So, the idea behind this is pretty straightforward. By taking and putting some soapy water in this nitrogen, get rid of it, it'll boil real fast. So if you want to step down here and help me out here, see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this soapy water, and if you could describe to them what you see, okay? Now this is kind of we'll kind of do this on the count of 3, okay? So ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh boy! Well, by the way, I would like to introduce to you your new representative, Mr. Bubbles. Stay clean. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you learned a little something along the way. So thank you very much.
Let's hear it for Mr. President, our very own Congressman Bill Foster, everyone.
on for a second if you want. Hi, everybody. My name is Nick. This is my friend John. Our beta today was Matt. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. Did you like it? Thank you so much. We call ourselves the Knights of the Howling Moon. We're also members of the Rebel Legion and 501st. At this point, usually we fight, and we'll let you guys ask questions. Get any questions about costumes, or where we got lightsabers, how we put together a fight, or whatever. But that was our fight. We won't be fighting anymore until 3 o'clock. It's the same show, so don't worry, you saw it.